Your girl is live and full effect. What's up? Mm-mm-mm. It's been a heck of a day. I had to go make some runs, important runs today, y'all. Man. Mm-mm-mm. I had to pay 40 something dollars in Ubers. That's a whole nother story. I have to tell you about that one day. But anyway, yeah, what's up though? How y'all doing today? Yeah, Quay, it was a little far. I had to go, it was like 15 minutes away. Oh, you picked up a shift? Okay, that's what's up. Okay, okay. Get some extra money. Why not? Mm-hmm. We had to go like, it was like 15 minutes away for me to go up there. But yeah, y'all. Y'all will never believe it. Yeah, right? For real, for real. I said, man, oh man. Yep. And I'm so mad. You know what? I just made me a Walmart order online for delivery. Hi, Cynthia. This is my first time doing that. So I'm going to see how it goes. I had to pay and then pay for delivery and stuff. So we're going to see how that goes, y'all. I'm just waiting to get my car back in full effect. And how y'all doing today? What's today? Thursday? It's rainy outside. It look crazy. It's wet. It's just been raining all day. Even when I had to run out and go get my go to the magistrate. Y'all got magistrate where y'all at? We have the magistrate here. So, hi Ali. Hey Bishop. I was on yesterday. Yeah, I was. What's up, Ali? Yeah, I was on yesterday, Bishop. And I put a story time out about how somebody has been like stalking me or something, y'all. Like for real. Hey Godfrey. Hey Orman. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Yeah, I went live yesterday too. I'm from United States. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, double tap the screen, show your girl all the love. Why not? Y'all, let me tell y'all what happened though. So anyway, so I had got pulled over, right? Like a couple weeks ago. I got pulled over. And y'all know how the insurance and stuff will lapse. Like if you don't know, if you let your insurance lapse, it will cause your registration. If you let it go and you don't catch it before the time is up, it will make your registration get suspended. So I was driving or whatever. Cop jumped behind me. I guess he ran my tags. And he tells me that he pulled me over because my registration was expired. I was like, wait a minute. So good thing is this dude was pretty cool and he gave me a slew of tickets. Definitely was a lot of tickets. But the only thing that he did was he didn't tow my truck. He didn't he claimed that he didn't give me tickets that would have got me like points on my record and made my license get suspended and stuff like that or whatever. But y'all know for one thing is I was living in Connecticut for a while, and I guess whenever they sent the paperwork out to my address here in PA, I never got the paperwork. So I didn't know anything about all that stuff being suspended and being all whatever, right? Whole time, y'all know I've been here since back in PA since December. I didn't even know that my plates and stuff was suspended. I didn't know that my insurance had lapsed and all that stuff. I didn't even know all this stuff. So here I end up with a slew of tickets. So today I had to go up there after I had 10 days to go up there to appeal it, basically to plead not guilty, so that, and the cop told me that too. He said, go up there. If you go up there and plead not guilty, when we go to court, he said, I will make sure that I take that stuff off you. I won't even give you all the charges and stuff. So that way you won't, have to pay all that money. Because if you know, driving without insurance, registration, all the different stuff or whatever, will cause you to get mad money fines. Plus, it will make your license get suspended. So he claimed he was looking out for me, and I ain't get all them charges and have to pay all that money. So when we go to court, we gonna see. But yeah, what's all like yeah, looking at me specifically. Yeah. Well, I was like, man, it was so crazy. Like, first of all, I was pissed off because he pulled me over. I had did my good diligence for the day. I went shopping, took my kids shopping, got them some stuff for the house, all kind of stuff. I'm on my way back from there, and next thing you know, I get pulled over. I'm like, you can't be serious. Can't be serious. And then he talking about all that stuff after I've been driving around for all this time. Meanwhile, my plates and stuff been suspended and all this. I said, wow, I didn't even know all that. He's like, well, you know, most people got their insurance stuff in their phone. Yeah, but who goes and just regularly checks the app? I don't do that. I don't be running around checking the app for no reason. I'm like, and I never got nothing in the mail saying anything was suspended because I don't live at that address anymore. So, gotta make sure y'all be up on your paperwork because you never know. They'll get you. You end up with some dang on fines and your license suspended and your car towed. You end up having to pay way more stuff than what you originally would have had to pay had you had your stuff right. So definitely got to make sure that you be on your stuff and check your car out regularly. Check that insurance. Check out everything. Yeah, so check it out. Make sure everything is straight. Yeah, I don't know about that, Armand. Ormond. I don't know. I don't even have an opinion about that. I don't have no opinion about that. I don't even care about dude with that. He gonna do whatever he wanna do. What's up, Alec? What's up, Scam Bam? Yeah, so I don't know. But what I do know is that I got mad stuff to do as far as that my car go, getting it all straightened out. So whenever I do go to court, he said make sure when you come to court you got all your stuff cleared up, your insurance, registration, and everything. So if you come back and you got everything on there, we won't bother you. He's like, I won't put I'll tell them that I don't want to press no, press the issue or none of that. Make sure all your stuff is cleared up and everything. I'm like, thank God he didn't get me. Thank God he didn't tow my truck. You know what I mean? Scam bam. I don't smoke anymore. They took one of your cars, D. Harley. They tried to get me, but he ain't towed my truck. Thank God, because that's even more fines. When you got your truck in one of them yards and stuff or whatever, tow yards, you end up paying an arm and a leg for all them fees and keeping every day it's another charge. Mm-mm. Yeah, right. Well, he couldn't arrest me. I ain't do nothing for him to arrest me. My record, my license was legit. The car and stuff was all weird, but I ain't do nothing. Why did I quit smoking? Because I'm on a mission. I got things to do. Got things to do. DC Wow right now. DC Wow, dang. It'd be too much going on in these places. Put that Sprite on me. Sprite. Maybe 5% of us got a VA tags. Huh. Yeah, see, my car always been registered here in PA. I never changed it to when I was living in Connecticut. I never changed it because them taxes over in Connecticut is ridiculous. They got a tax for everything over there. We don't have to pay taxes on our cars like that here. So, yeah, I never switched it over. I was like, forget it. Where my boy at? You did that. Right, Cynthia? Who's your boy? Scam. Bam. While driving, you must have license and registration if you the two is on. Well, that ain't what I. He didn't say he could arrest me. I had my license. The registration, I told dude I ain't know nothing about that. I don't know. I told him I just moved back from Connecticut and no. Mm-mm. I ain't know nothing about that. Nope. He was like, all right, well, girl. He's like, girl, your car is all messed up. He said, what am I going to do with you? He said, what am I going to do with you? Your stuff is all messed up. I was like, sir, listen, I don't know. I ain't know. He was like, girl, just get this car together, please. I was like, all right, well, and I said, well, am I going to be able to move, am I going to be able to drive my car to my house? Because I don't want to leave it here where I'm pulled over at. And he was like, I'm not going to bother you. Go ahead. You can drive it. He said, I'm not supposed to tell you that. He's like, but I'll let you drive it. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not going to bother you. I was like, all right, cool. Because I did not want to leave my car right there where I was pulled over at. And he let me drive my car away. So he was actually pretty cool, even though he gave me a slew of tickets. But he told me to go to the magistrate and to tell them that plead not guilty to everything. So that's what I did. He was pretty cool. He was a young cop too. You know, them young cops sometimes have something to prove. And he was cool with it though. But, you know. We'll see what happens when I go to court. Yeah, he definitely could have took it and made me walk, right? And I'd have been pissed off. Like I had my groceries all in there and everything. I'd have been pissed. That was the day before my daughter's prom. So, you know, it was kind of messed up because I had a lot of stuff to do for that next day, you know? Like my daughter's prom was the next day. I had to go there and do all that. It was just a lot going on. It was so much. I ended up having then to make it so bad, because I had to catch an Uber over to where my daughter was leaving from the house to go to prom. I had to catch an Uber over there. Don't you know they was trying to charge me $130 to catch an Uber over there? Come on. Like I said, this cannot be life at this point right now. Like, could have taken. That's why she's not smoking. I've been stopped smoking in January, scam bam. That was January. Show up. Yeah, he said he might not show up. So, and then got in trouble on this. What's up, Ray? Won't he do it again and again? Yes. On who? On Jesus. Amen. Amen. The reject in Jesus' name, shall Yes. Amen. Because, listen, it could have been worse. But y'all know what? One thing about it is catching these Ubers. Ooh, Ooh, see, that almost made me choke. Uber prices is through the roof. I haven't had to catch no Uber or nothing like that in years. And yeah, they up there. I guess if you can make some money off Uber, you might as well go ahead and do it because they taxing. Looking for drugs and guns. They want the big fish. Yeah, they do. Harley. Hey, Jeanette. How are you? Get an electric bike. Not. You know I'm not riding nobody bike around nowhere. I catch Ubers. I'm right now. I just ordered. Y'all know Walmart does have a delivery service, so I just ordered my groceries. I'm waiting on those to come. Yep. And I'm about to get my car back on anyway. I got to make sure that everything is all good. The insurance and stuff is all cleared up. You know, registration is all good and everything, and I'll be back on the road. My car is still sitting right out there, so it's straight. I almost was going to drive it today, to tell you the truth. I was about to get my car and drive to the magistrate. He would have been on me. The cops would have been on me, and I'd have got my truck towed, and I'd have been pissed off. Gotta been pissed. But I didn't hit that didn't happen, so it was all good. Yeah, I was definitely about to get in there and drive because I was like, man, I gotta pay. My Uber was like $22 going and then $22 coming back. So it was whatever, you know, but yeah. That was a little pricey, but it's all good. And my delivery service for my groceries is $10. So that ain't bad. And they'll go around and shop and get everything that you need in the store, in the whole store, and deliver them for $10. Hey, I'm good with that. Getting a little bit spoiled with that type of energy. A little bit spoiled with it. I don't know. I'm just saying I might have to be doing stuff like that sometimes. You say your order was... No, that's how much my Uber was. Oh yeah, my Uber. Yeah, $22. Going and then $22 coming back. Yep, that's how much my Uber was. It was cool though. I ain't mad at it. It's okay. Uber dude was funny as ever on my way up there. He was cool. He cussed a lot, but he was cool. He just kept cussing. I'm just like, dang, dude. He just was going off. He was going in. Heck no, 2200. No, heck no. You know I wouldn't have paid none of that. I'd have rather walked. But Alec, you keep asking me that. I'm not talking about that. But yeah, I said, you know what? This is and then my Uber driver. No, you okay? Yeah, I'd rather walk. I'm not paying no 2200 for no Uber to go nowhere. Not, I would have called my son to come get me and take me. If that was the case, I'd rather give him 2200 than give a Uber 2200. I got kids that drive out this piece. I'd rather get everything fixed on his car, have him come get me, wait on him to come get me when he get out of class, and then go with him. Shoot. Do you know someone named Buck? Yes, I do, Bishop. I know somebody named Buck. But yes, y'all. I said, oh, and then the Uber driver coming back, he was cool. He was funny. He was from Africa. But he said he was born and raised in Nigeria, but then he lived in Africa for a lot of his life. Then he moves here to the United States. Alec knows me from, I've been doing live for a long time now, so Alec knows me from then. probably around when I first started and when I lived in Connecticut. So, yeah, oh yeah, the Uber driver coming back, he was on one. He was talking about United States and how he had to be like how United States basically be taking your money. He had said that one thing that they do, that United States or the people do, is paint a good picture. He said, I asked him, I said, he said, United States be robbing everybody for their money. He said, if you don't have a green card, basically how um, they make you pay for Medicaid and all this stuff and taking taxes out of your check. He said, but you can't get Social Security when you retire. If you don't have if you're not a U.S. citizen, you cannot get Social Security. And I said, I never knew that. He said, yeah, but they take the money out, the taxes and stuff all out, and you can't get it. He said, even people who have been deported, they were having to pay taxes and stuff here when they were working, but they can't get no money back. And they can't get no social. I keep on about to say SSI. They can't get Social Security. I said, well, that's something new you told me. I never knew that. And when he kept talking about United States and how bad it was and all this, I'm like, okay, well then, if that's the case, why does everybody from other countries want to come here then? Like, I don't get why everybody be wanting to come. He's like, well, because basically when you see on TV, he said you don't see none of the bad stuff here. He said all you see is Las Vegas, New York, like all the good stuff about it. He said they don't have on our TVs. He said, I bet you if I called somebody in Africa right now and told them that there was ghettos here, that there's homeless people sleeping around everywhere, he said they wouldn't even believe me. He said they would never believe me. I said, really? He said, yes. He said, so that's the reason why everybody be wanting to come here, the land of the free. He said, because it's not painted to us like it really is. He said the picture that they paint is all glamorous. They don't say anything about any of the bad things that's happening in the United States. He said, yeah. And I was like, well, I told him, I was like, I want to move to another country for real, for real. And he was like, I said, but I'm a little scared. He said, scared of what? He said, you should be scared to live here. He said, because he said in other countries, most of the time, they don't have guns with people just walking around, riding around in their cars with guns. He said, that is not a thing. He said, of course, there's some people who have the weapons. He said, but it's illegal to have weapons in other countries or guns in other countries. He said, here, everybody riding in a car can have guns. He said, people on the walking down the street have them. He said it's more dangerous here in America than it is in other countries. He said, I don't know why people would be afraid. I said, wow. He was like, yeah. He said, really? He said, it's so dangerous living here. He said, shoot. He said, you can't go anywhere without something happening or hear about something happening. I was like, wow. I said, that's deep. You don't ever think about stuff like that for real. He's like, yeah. He said, I tell you. He said, it's not it. He said the reason why he could speak on that, the tax thing and all that, he said, because he's a prime example of it. He said they take a lot of money out in taxes and all that. He said, but you can't, if you don't have a green card, you cannot get your Social Security when you retire. I said, dang, that sucks. He said, but they sure enough don't have a problem with taking it out your paycheck. I was like, wow. Yep. That's something. He said, they want to tap into your savings. They don't let you can't save any money here. He said, they take it, all your money for everything. Just like he was saying, whenever he's the guy that picked me up from the course. So he said, what did you do? And I told him, and he was like, oh, yeah, I just got me a ticket, too. He said, I got a ticket for speeding. He said it was $300 and something for speeding. He said, they don't like to let you keep your money. You work just to give the money back. And I was like, wow. He said, welcome to America. He just kept saying that. Welcome to America. And I told him, I said, well, what brought you here then? Like, why are you here? He said he came here 15 years ago. And he said he came for school. He said, and he didn't have a green card, of course, at first. He said he started working here, and he said they were like taking Oh yeah, he said he was only able to work on campus. He wasn't allowed to work off campus because he didn't have his green card. He said, so I was only allowed to work on campus. He said, and they were taking so many taxes out of my check that I barely was able to save any money. He said, and it was a fine, I mean, a fee for this and a fee for that and a fee for everything. He said, so savings was very hard to do. And I said, wow, it's very crazy, you know, the way that things be. Mm-mm-mm. I told him, I said, don't feel bad because it's the same for us, for Americans that were born here. It is no different. They take all our money too. Don't think it's nothing different. Everybody has stuff. He said that's why everybody try to find other ways to store their money and hide money and make money that they can't count. He said because they take your money. The more you make, the more they take. I said, yeah, that's a fact. Sad. That's why you have to have multiple streams of income. You have to find all kind of ways to get it. Cause, don't make no sense. You probably wonder why there be people that be doing illegal things to get money because that money don't be counted for. Every dollar not counted for. Shoot. Be the only ways to get ahead sometimes for people. But then sometimes you think about it, you think you're doing something like that, then they end up getting you and you end up paying court fees and jail fees and everything else. So you end up paying it out anyway. So it's like you damn if you do and damn if you don't, you know? Shoot. Mm-hmm. Have y'all checked out my video that I put out yesterday about that person that I feel like is stalking me? I hate even seeing the guy now. Like it's so weird even seeing him. Just like every time I see you now, it's like he just be staring at me. You know how somebody you look in somebody's face or you see them still, you can just feel them staring at you when you walk. Like you just staring at me, dude. Like I don't know about you. It's a weird feeling. But you know what makes me feel? I feel like the vibes I get from that guy is like, you know how they be saying how people be doing things and they don't find out till years later that they were actually the one that was doing all the weird shit in the neighborhood or in different areas in the city, you know? And they find out later. That's the energy that that guy gives me. Creeper, weird vibes. Like, definitely somebody that you got to watch out for. Cause I don't appreciate. You know, it's a difference when somebody's looking at you, checking you out. You know, you know that type of vibe. You know, that's a totally different than somebody just staring at you and watching you, seeming like you just being watched. Like it's a weird ass feeling. Ever played Ding Dong Ditch? Yes. Of course. You know, I was bad. I used to play with the boys, and my cousins was tomboys, so we used to do all that stuff. I have all brothers, you know. Heck yeah, you know I did that type of stuff. Shoot, play with Ding Dong Ditch. Shoot, we used to run and play and egg people's house. They answer the door, we just egg them. All kind of stuff. Bad. Just bad, bad, bad. I'm like, dang, we really used to do stuff like that to people. That's so messed up. Old people, anybody, didn't matter. They answer the door, we just egg them. You got to be somebody's. First of all, we used to go buy the eggs. Y'all was wasting all those eggs. Or we would have egg fights with each other. Go buy a bunch of cartons of eggs and be throwing them at each other. Mm-mm-mm. Sin and a shame. Watch your kids. Watch your kids. Make sure they ain't doing no bull crap like that. Somebody gonna do something to one of them kids. See, it wasn't like that back when we was younger. It wasn't like that. No. Definitely not. Hell no. An ex has never vandalized my vehicle. No. Mm-mm. I would hope guys don't be on no weird stuff like that. I never mess with no dudes that would even do some shit like that. That's so lame. I would think that's more like female stuff. A dude doing something like that, I'm gonna need to see what's in your pants because you acting like a real female for real. See, he wouldn't. No, I never vandalized nobody's car. Mm-mm. Nope, I never vandalized nobody's car or house or none of that. I never disrespect nobody's. Well, I did break somebody's phone before, but that was different. Never vandalizing their car or their house or nothing like that. Have you ever vandalized somebody's stuff? I vandalized their phone because they was playing with me. So I just threw it against the wall and it broke. I don't know. You know, the things you do when you're younger, you just don't be thinking. You just do dumb stuff, you know? When I thought about it, if I think about it now as an older person, that was kind of like, what you do that for? Dude was hot. He was hot. That was way back in the days, though. I was in my 20s, you know? That was way back. Years ago. You ain't meaning to break. See, Bishop? Maybe that's that Virgo energy. Hey, John. Hope you're having a great day as well. I'm having a great day so far. Can't complain. I had a good, well, I tell you one thing, even though I had to go to the magistrate and get that stuff in order, but they were saying in order to plead not guilty, you have to pay $50 per ticket plus an $11 fee for something per ticket, which would have averaged out to like in the hundreds because of the amount of tickets I had. And at the magistrate, they said that they don't do that. The one I had to go to, they said they don't charge you the fee for you to come and plead not guilty because the $50 was to be held for collateral. And so you had to go there and tell them, like, I guess that you, when you didn't want to, I mean, when you were pleading not guilty, that I guess the collateral for you to come back to court. I don't know what that was for, but the judge said that they don't do that. So I was straight and I didn't have to pay no money. So that was good, because I was like, damn, I'm going to have to go up here and pay a couple $100 plus paid the Uber there, Uber back. Like, I was just like, they trying to just get all my money. But it worked out good. I didn't have to give them nothing. That was good. So God been on my side when it comes to that. I'll tell you that. And hopefully when I go up there to court, everything just work out and be straight. No problems. That's crazy, Bishop. Maybe that's that Virgo energy, though. Just breaking phones. That was not right. And it was an iPhone, too, so you know it shattered. It was over for that phone. Dude probably just ain't talked to me for a couple days or something like that. My delivery is going to be here around 7 o'clock. So that'll be good. My food, it said between 7 and 9. So that'll be straight. I ordered me some dish detergent. Oh, did I order my dish detergent? Damn it. I don't think I did. Because I think they told me they couldn't deliver. Something about the shipping was going to be here May 29th. Which I was like, what? I need my dish detergent today, not next week. So I think I forgot to go back in there and put that in the cart to pick some more and put it in there. I did too. I ended up adding something else, I think. I don't even know. Whatever. But yeah. That delivery, I'm gonna see how this delivery service is when I get my food. I'm gonna see how it goes. Hopefully everything be straight. My mom's the one that told me about it. She said she does it. She's been doing it all the time, where she orders her groceries and they deliver it. So she's like, yeah, it's a great service. You should try it out. And being as though I can't drive my car right now, I did go out and start it up just to make sure it's still ticky. But I didn't drive it because I'm not trying to have them tow my car. That's all I need for them to tow it, and then I have to go pay all them fees, and then however long they got it in there, you got to pay them fees too. So no, I'm not going to take the chance and drive my car because another cop might not be as lenient as that other cop was. So I'm not going to take the chance. I almost took the chance today, being honest. I almost took the chance. I was like, just get in there and just drive to the court. How you going to drive to the court with the tags and stuff being messed up? You know it's messed up because they told you about this. You haven't gotten it right yet, and you're going to drive that same car to the court to go to plead not guilty. You asking for trouble. Then, through these little boroughs and stuff that you got to ride through, they ain't got nothing else better to do. It's different. I don't live in the city of Pittsburgh, so the city of Pittsburgh cops is a little bit different. They got shit to worry about. They got all kind of activity going on, so they not going to worry about little old me. These little outskirts and boroughs and stuff and whatever, they don't got nothing else better to do. They gonna get you. They have nothing. They have no activity. Nothing exciting is happening in these little boroughs. So you bound to get caught up, for real. You bound to get caught up. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just pay this little $20-something Uber, get to where I need to go, keep my car parked till I get everything straight with it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, don't be ratting dirty. Just don't rat dirty. And make sure that everything is good on your cars. Because especially if you got tint on your windows like I do. Especially if you got the tinted windows. You got to make sure your stuff is all the way in order. Don't let your insurance lapse. Your insurance lapse, you got to make sure you get it together right away, because then it's just a whole big snowball effect. And it end up costing you more money if you get pulled over than to just going ahead and have all your shit right. So yeah. Don't forget to double tap the screen, to hit the thumbs up button, to like the video, share the video out, because you know this is information that people might not be thinking of. And it's not winter time no more, you know. My edges are beautiful. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good, Manzera. How are you? I think they said it was going to rain on and off all day, and it hasn't. It rained earlier, it stopped for a while, and now it's good. Say you good? Good to hear. Thank you, Bishop. My day was good. I can't complain. I already said what my little complaints was for the day, which they not really too many complaints. it was all good. It all worked out for me. So I'm blessed and highly favored. I could say that. Hmm. You know what I'm about to do is I'm about to get my dinner on. I don't know what I'm going to eat, actually. I thought about just making me some baked chicken, which that's probably going to be what I do make. How do I feel about the justice system? It's all corrupt. That's how I feel. It's corrupt. This one work with that one work with this one. They all work together to F people over. That's how I feel. And I don't believe in it. They not the judge. They can't judge me. Only God could judge me. That's how I feel. Who the hell are you? You're just a person in a position. That's how I feel. I have seen too much of how they work. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've heard them say certain things that I know dang on well that they all work together. It's crazy. You got to be in certain positions sometimes to be able to experience that, and then you will know. Only God can judge me. That was a popular tattoo in here. Yeah, it's a fact. That's the truth. Only God can judge. I don't know anybody serving a life sentence. No. No. Mm-mm. Heck no. I know people that's doing a lot of years, but not no life sentence. Mm-mm. My son's little friend, he unalived a cop. So, yeah, he's doing a lot of years. Actually, He didn't even get that many years. True, honestly, I guess he wasn't actually the one to do it. He was just there. So he didn't get as many years as the one that did it. But he got lucky. That boy got lucky. Because it could have been worse for him. No, I never saw anybody being physically beaten. Mm-mm. No. I seen somebody unalived from a cop, though. A young boy. I walked up on the scene. They was so aggressive. They was even being smart with me. And all I was a mother trying to make sure that that wasn't one of my sons laying out there. The cop banged that big old, he had a rifle. He banged it on the ground telling me to back up. I was just trying to ask him what color did the kid have on that's laying over there. I just wanted to know what color the kid had on. I was a mother of teenage sons. It was a teenager that got unalived. I walked up on the scene. I'm like, cop, sir, I'm just wanting to know what color that little boy over there has on. What is he wearing? He told me to back up and bang the gun on the ground, like, back up. I was like, I was pissed off. You know, y'all know I was pissed off with that. He made my adrenaline go through the roof. I was ready to go to jail that day. All about my kid. But then I found out that it wasn't none of my kids, and so it put me at rest. But it was still sad. So sad, so sad. I'll never forget that. It was so sad because the boy had just graduated from high school. He was an honor student, straight A student, young dude. He had just graduated a week before that. And they unalived that little boy. And he got hit in his back. So he was not being a threat. He had a clip in his pocket. But he didn't have a pistol on him. So they hit that little boy in his back. He was running away and got hit in his back. He got hit like 6 times. That was just from somebody's anger. You know, you were angry to do that to somebody's kid like that. And at that time, my boys were, this is right before I moved to Connecticut. Probably a couple months before that. And yeah, that was a whole nother story. The little boy name was Antoine Rose. If y'all can go and look up that story, y'all see it was in Pittsburgh. Antoine Rose. That's so sad. I felt so bad for that little boy and his parents and stuff because of the fact that little boy was an honor student, straight A. He was an AP student. You know, like you don't get that often with no boy with our young black males. You know, being an honor student, graduate from high school. You know what I mean? That right there. That pissed me off to the 10th power, especially having young sons. And the way that I was treated as a concerned mother, from them, they made me so angry. The thing was, as soon as I heard the shots, because I was in my house, I heard the shots. I heard the sirens. I heard the other helicopters going. And I ran down there. Like, I ran from my house down there to the scene. They was taping it off. It had just happened. It was probably like minutes after it happened. They ain't even have it taped off yet. They just had a bunch of cops there. When I got down there, you could see the boy, kinda, but the cops was all around him, so you couldn't really see him. And I just wanted to know what color the little boy had on, because I would have been able to know based off the colors that the boy had on whether or not that was one of my kids. And yeah, I got treated like that. They ain't care about me. They was like, yeah, whatever, back up. I saw lots of time here. Dang, man, Zara, that's sad. See, I never saw nobody being physically beaten. I just found out my brother told me when he was a teenager, he was 13 or 14, how he got beaten by cops. I didn't even know that. I remember when that happened. I remember when he got arrested and stuff that time when he was that young. But I didn't never know. I guess my mom had never told me about how he got beaten. He told me they beat him up. I was like, really? I did not know. I know he slammed one of them. And they were fighting him. He slammed one of the cops, like, and he was young at that point, 13 or 14, and they beat him up. So I didn't find out till like a couple months ago that he told me that. I was like, for real? I didn't know they beat you up that time. He said, yeah, they beat the shit out of me. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm sure my mom didn't tell us, because I was probably like, if he was 13 or 14, I was probably like 10, 9, something like that. Cops were right. Usually here. Yeah, of course. You know how that go. They always right. I had to make sure, because I hope they call me or something whenever they're gonna do my delivery. I hope they call so I don't miss it. They said between 7 and 9, so I'm gonna be looking around 7 o'clock for my delivery. Yeah, y'all, but I'm about to get off here though, because I need to go ahead and put my dinner on before the time comes and goes, and then I don't have no dinner and it'd be late, or I'd be trying to eat super late. So I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Hopefully I can get back on before the day is out. If not, then I will talk to y'all again tomorrow. I'm going to try to put a video out again too. So make sure y'all look out for that. And yes, I'm going to try to come back, Bishop. And check out that video I put up yesterday, y'all. So y'all can see that story time. Okay? Jay, what's up, Jay? Check out that video. I see you checked out that video, Jay. Y'all go and check out that video from yesterday. Can we watch you cook like normally? Yeah, that wouldn't be bad, right? After I figure it out. Maybe I will come on and let y'all. Love you too. Maybe I will let y'all check it out. Why not? Okay. Later for y'all. Deuces. Hey, Big Chungus.